Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to be here. It has come up as dawn has risen and we are in sunshine. It's a beautiful blue sky outside here in sunny Port Elliot, South Australia. Feeling for all those in the eastern states of Australia who may still be experiencing the rain. And oops, I just realised I've got that on. Hold on a sec. There's one I meant to be taking off here. I didn't realise I had that there. That one's not meant to be here in this scene. Silly me. Yes, I did actually spend a little bit of time watching the news last night. I don't usually. And I can see that the floods are still happening so on the east coast. So feel for you. And here we go from Sarah. Good morning. Wonderful to have you here. And mention the beautiful Ros. It was as I went and dashed up to put to brush my hair and the rest. I thought, God, do short hair to make it more manageable. And it still buffs. So I thought, oh goodness. But thank you for that. We're here for our daily Lenormand card spread reading. And it is Thursday, the 3rd of March today in South Australia, of course, because there may be some who are over on the other side of the world that are watching in their evening. So welcome to you, and especially those who are on replay watching the video recording. And hi, Dawn. So you're new to my live. Now, just as a quick description, it is a general card spread reading. So I don't do the card pulls and individual readings in this morning session. Well, my morning. So what you're needing to do is tap into, connect with, and ask in your spiritual guidance to bring you those messages from the cards specific to you and your life circumstances. And I can see that Rena's here this morning as well too. Good morning. So I am sending this out to my YouTube channel, my Ros Boundy page on Facebook, the mytimetv.live page on Facebook that goes out to further channels that are I just can't think what it's called, Binge Network anyway, so it goes out to more than 50 stations there, and also my private card reading group. And I have got the Body Soul app connected today in the live stream too, so that's why I might be looking a little bit quickly that way to see if anyone's on there as a live. So, and good morning to you, Sam. Lovely to have you here too. A nice hi. Thank you. I'm going to whiz over to the cards now to get it mobile and active in the interpretation, or how I see it in that intuitive sense. So it does look a bit shrunk down a little bit. I'm hoping it comes up all right on the actual show. Oh, you can see it, so that's all right. Now, the pattern that I've been using now for a while to do these readings is I start with a gorgeous little owl card here that I was gifted by the beautiful Sarah. A mini deck of these cards, and today I choose Joy. It's just one that I love sitting on my desk as my focus for the day, almost like a card for mantra in some way. So, there it is, just a nice simple phrase, today I choose joy. And being fun with it, we're not all absolutely the same, and we can choose any angle or way we want to be and look. Because that's the freedom of choice, isn't it? And the next one that I do read from this in the layout you're seeing is from the Inner Soul Guidance Oracle deck by Leanne and Deb. And have a look. I've actually pulled the cover card. So here we go. And it is about spiritual awakening. So here's the card from this deck. Your higher vibrations rise from within, so your spiritual path is calling you. So certainly very relevant for any newbies popping in and not knowing my style of doing a reading, especially as far as a general card spread reading. And here it is, tapping into your spiritual wisdoms. Bring it forward, let it rise. And you are being called. Each and every one of us is actually being called to our spiritual path. So there's that one. And I just set that one there. Now, for those who are new as well, the deck that I actually use that's here is the Ciro Marchetti's artwork, Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck, and I do use the expanded edition. This is the actual deck. So there's usually in a Lenormand deck or Lenormand a 36 card set. This goes into about 40 something. So we do have a few extras, and there is one of them from that expanded end of it that's here. The time card. Time card. I'm explaining the deck now. So, oh, good morning to you, Shaz. Lovely to have you here this morning too. And morning, Kay. Nice to have you here as well. Now we're getting some comments popping up. Great. The time card is in the home space. So this inner card spread is where the position and energy is for the home. So time is in that one. We've got in this second position, which is the right-hand side of a cross layout. It is the rider card, and that is in that workspace energy. The third card up the top of the cross layout is the sun, and that's the unexpected energies that we might see popping in the day. In our fourth position down at the bottom of the cross in this layout is the anchor, and that's actually our role that we have in our day. So that's our responsibility sort of card. And then right in the center of the cross, that is the outcome in this particular layout. That's the energy of it. I just like to read it as a central pivot card, but it is technically, by the layout I use, the outcome card, the last one we read, and this morning it is the birds from the deck. So it's all laid out in front of us to have a lovely quick glance through our day. If you decide to just save the picture of it on your phone, I do put it in the stories, I think, of Facebook and Instagram. You might want to do a screenshot and save the picture. Good morning, Michelle. Lovely to see you here. So that you've got a quick reference for, oh, geez, that's why I'm feeling like that. Once you've seen more of these on a daily basis, you know where the cards lay and what they're actually meaning, and it does pick up quick energies, your understandings as you move along each day. The time, all of these clocks in this position for home space today, it really is indicating, and that the message is around that, keeping an eye on the time. There may be some things that are relevant for you to really be on time or set your timing for, so that you're actually not getting lost in just allowing time to pass. That's what I'm feeling. So it is, if you don't wear a watch normally, just keep an eye on your phone for the timing of. And most phones now do allow you to do the stopwatch, the timer, the alarms, all of that sort of thing on them. So use your time well. It really is giving that importance to time. Usually I think, well, time's an irrelevant thing. It's only what we as humans need to keep a gauge on what we're doing, on when we're meeting up with people and that sort of stuff, which, it is important, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Life will continue onward without using time, because it's just being in the present moment that's the most important. We are having the reminder in our home space that it can be important to other people around us in relationship as well, that we need to be on time and respect each other's time. And all of those sorts of little messages I'm getting right now. Pick up on what is the biggest meaning for you in your day around time and the home space. And there you go, Shaz, you're saying, yeah, but you're up and ready for swimming. You've watered the outside pots. Oh, goodness, I've been up since about 5 o'clock. I came to the live stream straight from a Zoom meeting. So I've been up for a while and not ready for swimming yet. I still have another Zoom meeting later. That's where my timing is going to be important today. And, of course, catching up for the swimming. Good morning, Becky. Lovely to have you here too, beautiful soul. Wonderful. Now, as we're moving over to that workspace energy, Becky, this is a general card spread reading, so you need to be tapping into what you're receiving with your spiritual connection. Ask them in to give you what these are meaning specifically for you in your life situation, what you have around you. So I've already just done the time one. So this is the energy for the workspace that we're looking at with the rider in there. So what you're going to be doing is receiving some messages around and about what you're needing to progress to next, or there could even be a message at some point for that meeting, that timeline. Even though the time is more specific to your home space, it can still fall over into your workspace if you work from home, so which I do. So bring in all the possibilities that there are going to be with your workspace, because it really is that carousel horse that's been set free from its merry-go-round. You actually do have the choice to follow your own path with this one. That the one is the start of the whole story of the rider being that initial, here we are, what's your message for the day, and step into it with your work. And this is the work emphasis. So, listen for what those little messages or big message might be for you to progress in what's ahead for your day in work. The sunshine up here in the unexpected, the sun in the unexpected gives extra strength and light to what we're doing as well. So bring in that, and here we have a secondary factor of the time, and it might be important even in that workspace, and it certainly confirms what is our home space, because the sundial in itself is a timekeeper as such, and we're keeping an eye on what our daylight hours are. So for me, that feels a little more relevant. What comes in the unexpected part of our day of work is going to be very much a sunshiny, bright, wonderful, full of energy day and getting things done, because the light's really shining on it and bringing it forward to be that emphasis, that warmth and strength in what we're doing, and feeling comfortable with moving ahead with it in whatever aspect we need. And even as far as a rainbow goes, is whatever colouring it is to, brighten up your day with bright colours as well and what you're doing. I used to love doing my filing system colour-coded. And good morning to you, Kiki. Lovely to see you here. This is a general card spread reading, so don't ask for an individual card pull. Here, from that unexpected card energy, we're coming out now into what is our role in our day, okay? So it's the anchor, and it's dark until 7 now. You love daylight to wake. Yeah, it is. Daylight does waken up the energies within us as well. Really brings it to beautiful light and energizes. So, yes, it was about 7, I think, when the dawn was happening. Actually, I can't quite remember, but it was there somewhere. So here with the anchor, our role is to be that anchor. It really is to feel that stability. Yeah, sure, anchors, look, if you've been a boatie or been out boating and had that task of dropping the anchor, it can be a bit of a task to let it down carefully, and it can be a bit of a task to actually anchor it in, to make sure it gets a good hold on the ocean floor. But there's other ways that we do anchor things, and that can be a rope, pulling the tender boat or the dinghy or whatever up to the shoreline onto the beach and tying it off on something that will hold it there in case the tide rises, tides up and down or whatever, to stop it from floating away. There's different ways of anchoring, and it's actually indicating that we're needing to have that point of anchoring, having that stability so that we can hold steady in whatever it is we're doing, and giving that to others in the energy that we're sharing as well, that we can be partly that anchor and hold space for others. Those who are in the energy healing therapies and that understand that holding space term as well. So that's partly our role. We are going to be able to feel that sense of stillness in being able to hold space, to hold that stance, to really hold our ground and being grounded as well. So feel that energy as we're coming to some of the things that we're doing in a practical sense need the solid feet on the ground, that stability. So that's what we're going to be able to do in our day as well today. And as we're coming to that central outcome, the central pivot, the outcome, whatever you see it as and feel it as, I think a lot of things do move around our communication and how we're actually talking to each other, the words that we're using. And this is in how we're heard more so than the written form. Although communication does come in text forms and stuff these days, I don't know how many of us are actually using the phone anymore, but it's that connection of really getting our voice heard here and being in that point too of it's two-way, so it is hearing and listening as well, and taking that time. Oh, good morning, Anne-Marie. Lovely to see you here too. Wonderful, thank you. So take the time when you feel that need to of really listening, speaking in your truth and understanding. I think it does take that level of understanding, taking the time to be heard, to listen and being understood so that you can further progress it to what is needed next in that column of what this card spread is showing us as well. Column. No, this one's the row, isn't it? In the row with that time and the time and the birds and the rider. It is giving that indication we're needing to spend that time to be heard, to share with others as well. And as we're looking at it in the column, which is that light shining on what we're actually speaking, and that it can be an anchor for someone to hear our words. It can be something that is, the aha, the something that at times, you can overhear conversations in a coffee shop and they're not meant for you, but you just hear a phrase that really is meaningful. It's those sorts of signs and things we could be looking for to take to that next level of understanding and growth. So there you go. So me, Shaz, you love to actually talk, not text. And me, I'm the opposite. I can write the words, sometimes not speak them. But one of the wonderful things of the technology that we have is being able to share in so many different ways and still being able to be understood, hopefully. And the practice that I've had now for over the 3 years of doing these particular daily card spreads is being able to talk to a camera as if I'm just talking to friends. Because I know for some people doing video calls and the rest can be a bit onerous to be on a live stream. For some it can be. I had and I still do have. It's not a fear, but I just don't like phones. It was something from my childhood I picked up from my mum. She hated using the phones, the old-fashioned. Probably not many of the younger ones have actually seen the old-fashioned phone handset that you had to put up to your ear and talk in through that. It's certainly quite different to what, and press the buttons to actually dial, or even the ring dial ones. So long ago, all of that. But what we have is the amazing technology to be able to communicate, choose what suits each one of us, really. So much choice. So thank you, each and every one of you, for sharing your time with me. I really do love and appreciate how I'm able to do this for the technology, how you're able to be taking in other ways of learning and growing in messages that Spirit do give us and share with us in the different ways of using, e.g., ether, the airwaves, and all sorts of methods. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye for, I presume that's a bye for now. I was just trying to get this one that's good morning. I presume it's Caitlin in the card reading group. Thank you for being here, all of you. And the cards do mean something for you today. I hope that they mean something for everyone. In whatever way it does bring you the messages that Spirit's connecting with you and showing you through these. Perfect cards for today too, from Sarah. And Rena's laughing at the old-fashioned phones. Oh yeah, I remember the party line. That's how far back I go, where you had to listen to whether it was a 1, a 2 or a 3 buzz before it was yours and you picked it up. Great cards. Thank you, Ros. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm pretty sure it's Caitlin, hopefully. Apologies if it's not. And thank you from Rena. Look, it is so lovely to have you here this morning, each and every morning. You know, I appreciate you. And thank you to those who will be watching the recording over on Body Soul app as well. It's lovely to have everyone here, the YouTube and Facebooks. So thank you. Keep being the best you that you can be. And it's a bye for now and namaste.